Could Noah's flood happen again? And are we ready if it does? This intriguing question leads us into the realm of ancient flood myths, stories that have echoed through time and across continents. From the Epic of Gilgamesh to the legends of the Native Americans, these narratives share a striking similarity, a world-engulfing deluge. But why are these myths so widespread? And could such a cataclysmic event occur again? Today, we delve into the fascinating world of flood myths and explore their similarities, differences, and what they might mean for us today. Most of us are familiar with the story of Noah, a tale from the Bible that has found its way into popular culture. This ancient narrative tells of a man, Noah, who receives a divine warning about a catastrophic flood meant to cleanse the earth of its wickedness. Guided by these heavenly instructions, Noah painstakingly constructs an ark, a colossal vessel designed to safeguard his family and a pair of every animal species. As foretold, the heavens and the earth open up, unleashing a deluge that submerges the world under a vast, unending sea. For 40 days and 40 nights, the ark becomes their sanctuary, their beacon of hope in a world swallowed by water. Eventually, the waters recede, revealing a cleansed earth, and life begins anew, as if born from the womb of the deep. While this narrative has its roots in the Bible, you might be surprised to learn that similar stories exist in cultures around the globe. From the ancient Greeks to the native tribes of America, flood myths are a common theme. These tales of cataclysmic inundations that cleanse the earth of human corruption are woven into the fabric of numerous civilizations, from the cradle of humanity to the farthest reaches of the New World. One of the earliest and most renowned flood myths hails from Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh. This ancient tale tells of a man named Utnapishtim, who, warned by the god Ea, constructs a massive ship to preserve life. After the flood recedes, Utnapishtim releases a dove, a swallow, and a raven, and upon the bird's failure to return, he knows the waters have abated. In contrast, the Greek myth of Deucalion tells a story of a man and his wife, Pyrrha, who are spared from a deluge sent by an enraged Zeus. They survive, not on an ark, but by clinging to a chest. Once the floodwaters recede, they repopulate the earth not by biological means, but by throwing stones over their shoulders, which transform into humans. Meanwhile, the Chinese Gunyu myth describes a leader, Emperor Yao, who appoints Gun to control a devastating flood. When Gun fails, his son Yu takes over and succeeds by creating channels and canals, draining the water to the sea. Unlike the passive survival of Utnapishtim and Deucalion, Yu actively combats the flood. Despite the differences in these narratives, they share striking similarities. Each includes a divine warning, a chosen survivor, a global flood, and the renewal of life. These common threads could be mere storytelling conventions, or perhaps they hint at a shared human experience, a collective memory of a distant cataclysm. Despite the vast distances and cultural differences, it's intriguing how these myths share core elements. Could there be a grain of truth in these ancient tales? So, could a flood of biblical proportions happen again? And are we ready if it does? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? From a scientific perspective, global floods on the scale depicted in these ancient myths are highly unlikely. However, climate change and the resulting rise in sea levels do pose a significant threat. It's a different kind of flood, not sudden and all-consuming, but gradual and equally as destructive, if not more so. Perhaps these ancient myths, so prevalent across different cultures, are symbolic of a deeper human truth. A shared fear of nature's unpredictable and destructive power. A universal dread of the unknown that lingers in our collective psyche. But more than that, these stories represent our hope for survival and renewal. They tell of humanity's resilience in the face of adversity, our capacity to rebuild and start anew, to rise from the ashes or, in this case, the waters. The similarities in the flood myths from around the world might also be indicative of our shared human experience. They remind us that regardless of our geographical location or cultural differences, we all share the same fears, hopes, and dreams. We are, at our core, intrinsically connected. Whether fact or fiction, these ancient flood myths continue to fascinate us, reminding us of our shared human experience and our enduring struggle with the natural world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, history often has more to tell than we think.